What the frick is up, mother freakers? It's good to see you again. We're back here with a little backyard rap session, man. We're going to be talking about financial independence, the economy, inflation, whatever have you. In particular, man, we're going to be focusing in on your spawn here on this earth, man. We all get one spawn into the game, and we're here. And who your parents are or were, who your grandparents are or were, if they're still around or if they passed, who their personalities were, their discipline, their focus, right? What kind of job they had, the resources they attained, all of that is going to affect your spawn in, dude. Like, you have a bloodline. And if your bloodline is weak as frick, you're going to spawn in hard times, dude. You're not going to have much around you. You're not going to be inheriting any money, any land, nothing, dude. If you've got a strong bloodline, like the strongest, the most elite bloodlines, those are the trust fund kids. Those are the children of, oh man, the Bezos, the Musks, the Rothschilds. And I'm sure not that, okay? I've probably got maybe, I don't know, a fair to moderate bloodline, maybe. Okay? In my spawn, where I spawned in at, I haven't inherited anything. I'm building everything I have right now. Now, my parents, they've helped me. They have definitely helped me get to where I'm at. With college, everything, they helped me with living expenses, with a car to drive, man. Solid bloodline, solid effort with that, okay? So where am I going with this? You're going to spawn in. And one thing is for certain. You are going into a modern form of slavery. And that is straight into the rat race. What we call the rat race. And hey, I'm making this video. I'm not trying to take away or denigrate the actual real life slavery that still exists today, right? There's human trafficking, all this, okay? So please take this for what it is, all right? Don't be that guy. Man, you are going into the rat race. You are going into this capitalist system. And trust me, I'm a capitalist through and through, not a communist. But one thing is for certain, man. There's a couple certainties in life. Let's just start. You're gonna go into the rat race. You're gonna pay your taxes, and you are going to die. Those are some certainties that you can count on, man. It's not like Halo. Man, I remember back in the day when I was a youngster. I'm still a youngster, okay? I'm still a youngster. Back in the day, I played Halo 2 with this good friend I had. I'd want to go to his house and I'd want to crank up his original Xbox, take those big fat controllers in my hand and play Halo 2 on lockout. Dude, I was cold at that game, all right? And he didn't have Xbox Live. That really wasn't as strong of a thing back then. It existed, but you know, I don't know. We don't have ChatGPT. We couldn't just get those things that easy, okay? Man, we load up Halo 2 and we'd be playing SWAT, dude, and I'd be owning this guy, poning, dude. And you know, one thing is for certain in Halo 2 is you get a respawn. You're gonna get a second chance. You're gonna respawn every 5 seconds. You're gonna come in. You're gonna have your battle rifle, your BR, and you're gonna get a second chance. Modern Warfare 2, man, those days. You're gonna get shot. You're gonna get noob tubed, and then you're gonna wait and you're gonna respawn. And maybe you'll fiddle around and you'll pick your next class. But you're gonna respawn, dude. You're gonna get another chance. You only get one spawn in this. That's it. And the spawn that you get, you need to use with your best effort. And you need to analyze what you have, what you don't have at your disposal. And you need to get ready, dude, because the rat race is coming, and it's gonna punch you straight in the chest. Maybe you're in middle school or high school watching this. Highly unlikely, because my brother-in-law, he's in high school. I don't think he'd be tuning into anything like this. But if you are marching steadily towards the workforce. That is your end state. That's where you're going, man. No matter if you go to college, no matter if you take a gap year or two and you go travel or whatever, you go see the world, whatever, you are doggone for certain going into the rat race. And it's slavery. Okay, it is a modern form of slavery, and you have to buy your freedom. That's the only way out of this. So that's what I've been trying to do. My wife doesn't work. I make enough and we don't spend enough. She doesn't have to work right now. But we're trying to figure out how to buy my freedom right now. We're trying to figure out how much we need to save. Man, we were looking through our bills. We finally made a proper budget. I know we've been saving a bunch, but we made a proper budget in an Excel sheet. My wife is great at organizing. We were looking at the phone bill, and let me tell you, the phones, those things are a scam. We're on AT&T, and we looked through, and what do you know? There's some extra fat that was added into our bill. The guy at the store, he said, oh, that won't be on your bill. And that was, last September. And what do you know? We've been overpaying, whatever it is. We cut some things. We're going to be able to save $1,200 a year. So that's $1,200 we can put into index funds and invest to buy my freedom. Alternatively, we're thinking about potential charitable giving. And so that might be a fund that we can funnel into charitable giving. But here I am, man. I'm in this hamster wheel. And I uploaded a video. Man, it's doing really good. I've gotten a ton of views, a ton of comments. Sounds like a lot of people my age, working professionals, describing exactly and vibing exactly with what I'm talking about. Because they're right there, man. Sounds like they're disciplined. I saw a guy doing CNC machining, right? Sounds kind of like blue collar, but definitely a trade, some skills. I saw a fellow doc commented, an anesthetist. I'm assuming, he's an anesthesiologist. And he's right there, dude. He's in his early 30s, and he's looking at everything around him, and he's thinking, man, I trained in this job, and it's great and all. It's great, but I kind of like spending time with my family more. This is kind of better. So what do I have to do to escape this cog in the wheel that I'm in? This form of slavery. Because that's just what it is, man. Most people, they don't have an option. There is no other option. Because there's some philosophy you can go into with this. By God's providence, if you believe that there is a God and then that everything is elected and specifically designed to happen as it is, God spawned you in exactly by his design, and he foreknew it all to happen, and there was nothing you could do about it. There was nothing. You are here. You spawned it. There's no respawn. I guess the closest thing to a respawn on this earth is to change jobs. I guess. To change jobs or to hit your number that you need to be able to retire. Or your number to be able to cut back and go part-time. Just have more options. Whatever it is. Everybody's is different. I had a comment that was insightful, and I understand this. Just being born in the United States, in America, That is a heck of a spawn, dude. That was thrown my way. You know, God decided that high value DMD would be born in the United States of America. Dude, have you ever seen videos of India, of Pakistan, of Sri Lanka, of some of these nations, man, of like Somalia, Somaliland, whatever it's called? I had the luxury to not be spawned in to those places. And let me tell you, dude, I've seen videos of India, and dude, that looks like freaking spawning into a Fortnite battle royale, baby. I mean, dude, like people, like there's no painted road lines. There's nothing. These people are in these rickshaws and then in these cars and motorcycles, and dude, people are honking, and all you can hear in these travel vloggers videos is just honk, honk, honk. Imagine trying to escape that. For those people, not trying to go too political in this angle, but for those people, their way of escape, their way of fixing their spawn is to get to the West, to get to the United States. And honestly, I can't necessarily blame them. So we're not that. I'm not that, okay? I've already won in that way. Got a good spawn. With good parents and good grandparents. So you got to put it in perspective. But it's always good to look at the glass half full, but also look at it empty. What isn't there? What could I attain? What did I not spawn in with? I didn't spawn in with wealth. I didn't spawn in with unlimited time that was bought back for me. I didn't spawn in with political influence and power. And you got to be careful with that last one. You can't make your entire pursuit about power, right? Because that can get dark. But you can use those things for good influence, right? Impacting others, bringing your tribe around you and lifting them up. If they didn't get an ideal spawn into the game, making their lives better, making your community's lives better. But you got to overcome that 9 to 5, that 8 to 5, whatever it is, that 7 to 4. That is what is holding you back. Because every Monday, there it is. Sunday evening, you're laying down, your head's on the pillow, you know what's coming. You set that alarm clock, and you know what's coming in the morning. You have to show up to this place, and you have to see these people that you would be friends with one of them outside of work, but oftentimes you would never hang out with these people outside of work. You have to see these people you would never see. Report to this boss, and hopefully he's a good boss, right? But you got to report to this person that you would never take instruction from if you didn't have to. And you do that day in, day out, day in, day out. Monday through Friday. If you're lucky, you have a 4-day weekend. If you're even luckier, maybe some of you would prefer to have an online job in the comfort of your own home. At least in your home, you control that, right? You can control that. But that job is your slavery. And you've got to find a way out. To me, the only way out is aggressively investing. Because everything you buy, every new car, every vacation that's just a little bit more than you should have taken, right? Everything is just delaying your time. Because what do you have that's the most valuable thing to you is your time. So buy your time back, because your spawn wasn't the spawn of unlimited time. But with that, you got to think, if you do nothing but invest and save your money, you don't know when your last day is, right? And so in doing this, still try to enjoy your money. Try to enjoy it and try to spend in a healthy manner, because you don't know when that last day is with your family. So it's a tough balance to strike. But right now, I'm on this other side very firmly. So, alright, Mother Freakers, I hope I earned your subscription. I hope I earned your like, and I hope I earned your comment. Let me know what you think below. High Value DMD out.